At the beginning of chapter 25, Jem and Scott were sleeping on the back porch on some cots. Jem found a roly-poly and wanted to crush it. Scott found it and decided that she wants to save it.
All lives matter, no matter how small. Perfect. That's why she didn't want Jem to crush the little bug. When Dale was leaving, he said that he guessed his folks got the general idea that he'd like to spend their summers in Tkam. Miss Rachel took us with them to the taxi in Tkam Junction, and Dale waved us goodbye from the train window until he was out of sight. He was not out of his mind. I missed him. Even though she spent a whole summer with Dale, she still missed him when he was leaving. The last 2 days of his time with us, Jem taught him to swim. I was wide awake, remembering what Dale had told me.
Dale. He and Jem had just come across the highway when they saw Atticus driving towards them. He looked like he had not seen them, so they both waved. Atticus finally slowed down. They caught up with him. He said, "You better catch your ride home." "I won't be home for a while," Calpurnia was in the back seat. Jem protested. Then pointed Atticus, "All you can come with us if you stay in the car." On the way to Tom Robinson, Atticus told them what had happened. They turned the highway road slowly by the dump, past the Yule residence, down a narrow lane to the Negro cabins. Dale said a cohort of black children were playing marbles in Tom's front yard. Atticus parked the car and got out. Calpurnia followed him in through the front gate. This quote from the book is saying that Atticus originally did not want the children to go with him to Tom Robinson's house because he felt that the children would not fit in due to being white children in a black community. School for Jem and Scott had started again, and so did their daily trips past the Radley place. Jem was in the 7th grade and went through high school, which was just beyond the Garmer's school building. Scott was now in the 3rd grade, and their routines were so different. They only saw each other in the mornings when they walked to school and at meal times. Jem went out for football, but was too slender and too young yet to do anything but carry the same water buckets. But he did some enthusiasm. Most afternoons he was seldom home before dark. The Radley place had ceased to terrify Scott. But it was no less gloomy, no less chilly under its great oaks, and no less inviting. Mr. Nathan Radley could be seen on a clear day, walking to and from town. We knew Boo was there. For some old reason, nobody's seen him carried out yet. Although Scott was slightly frightened of the Boo Radleys' home, so many things had happened to us that Boo Radley was the least of their fears. Atticus said that he didn't see how anything could possibly happen, and things had a way of settling down. After enough time passed, people would forget about Tom Robinson's existence was ever brought to attention. Scott says Atticus is right, but events in the summer hung over us like smoke in a closed room. The adults in Tkam never discussed the case with Jeremy. It seemed as they discussed it with their children, and their attitude must have been neither of us could help having Atticus for a parent. So, their children must be nice to us in spite of him. The children would never have thought that up for themselves. They had classmates playing off to their own devices. Jem and I had a several swift, satisfying fistfights, a peace, and ending the matter for good, as they were compelled to hold their heads high and be respectively a gentleman and a lady, in a way of an era for Miss Henry Lafayette Dubose, without all her yelling. Scout says this because most children's parents are able to talk about their views about the case. However, German Scout's dad, Atticus, is defending Tom Robinson. Therefore, they're not able to have a conversation with him and express what they truly feel due to Atticus supporting Tom Robinson. While in class, Mr. Jacobs, one of the students, brings up the topic of Adolf Hitler. He says, old Adolf Hitler prosecuting God and gets cut off by the teacher. Mrs. Gates said, persecuting Theo. No, Mrs. Gates, he says. It says right here, well, anyway, old Adolf Hitler has been after Jews and been putting them in prison and taking away all of their property. And he, while letting them out of the country, has been washing all the feeble-minded hands. Washing the feeble-minded? Mrs. Gates asked. Yes, ma'am, Mrs. Gates. I reckon they don't have sense enough to wash themselves. I don't reckon Ada could keep himself clean. Well, anyway, Hitler started a program to let all half-Jews do. He wants them to register in case they might want to cause him any trouble. I think this is a bad thing, and that's my kind of thing. Why would Harper Lee find the importance of killing Hitler at the beginning of the Holocaust in her book? What would be the importance of putting this into her story? Maybe it could be due to the fact that in their town they are also experiencing a lot of prejudice with the Tom Robinson case. Just like this, Hitler and the Jews have a lot of prejudice, but it's Hitler who has a prejudice towards the Jewish people, not the Jews who have the prejudice towards Hitler.